and I don't want it to be cumbersome. I don't want it to be this big, bulky thing that doesn't match my decor. This is that perfect
Do you know, like, the measurement of that?
It's a 10-inch fan blade right here. So I'd say it's about a little bit, right around a foot, you know, all the way around. So again, a great footprint, not heavy. And remember, the brand Hunter, it's something that we know, we trust it, it's been around for more than 100 years. We build fan motors better than anybody else. We build quiet motors and we build strong blades, and that's what we've done here. And like I said, I like that we're calling it a room circulator, not just a fan, because it's really just about moving the air. And
let's, if we could, show them again how that smoke is gonna be distributed, because, well, not smoke, but we're just demonstrating using the smoke. So you can understand that this is going way up to the top of our studio.
I know.
Because of the way that this is going to take that air and move it around. That's what Hunter does, but Hunter always innovates. I mean, that's what they are the best when it comes to ceiling fans. And now they're taking that air and they're moving it in a different way, because they know you don't want it just to oscillate forward and backwards or side to side. Instead, why not have it go all the way around? I love that design. I've never seen anything quite like it.
So yeah, so in just a couple of seconds, you've seen it go side to side. You've seen it go up and down. You can now see, look at this side shot. So this is getting that direct shot that we like, and then it's moving down, okay? And it'll go in this rotation as often as you want. You have complete control, and you have control through a remote control. So imagine sitting in bed and just wanting that fan just a little bit more to your side of the bed, or a little bit higher. Now, maybe not that direct hit on you, but getting that nice slow rotation, it's going to give you that as well. The remote control, I think, is ingenious. I agree with you. Everything with remote control makes life easier.
Yes, it does. We're going to make it easy to get it home for flex payments if you want to put that on your credit card. Tracy, thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend, of course.
Love it. Again, this is final quantities on this, so if you're interested in it, this is a great time for you to make a choice on it. And we are going to continue now in our next hour with some great items from our electronic connection. For example, our Fix Me Stick. If you have not seen a Fix Me Stick, let me tell you what, this is going to not just capture your viruses, it's going to cure them. It's going to actually cure them. It's going to remove them from all of your laptops, your PCs, and we're going to give you enough to remove 4 computers, all the viruses on all 4 computers. Price break today, $69.95, and that's for the lifetime of your computer. That's just gonna keep working and keep working. We're gonna show you how and why you can't live without this coming up in just a few minutes. And then we also have something brand new we're gonna be offering you today. Can't wait to show you this, because this is the ultimate from HP. It's the Pavilion 15. It's a touchscreen. It's got the Intel Core i5 processor in it with 8 gigabytes of RAM. But what this does is this is a solid state drive in it. What does that mean? It means that you have so few moving parts, so it's gonna last and last and last. This thing boots up in a matter of a couple of seconds. Fast charge capability, and it also is fast as lightning. The battery life on this thing, I think it's up to 10 hours. I've never seen that, I don't think, on a laptop. So that's coming up in just a few minutes, but we're gonna start off right now with a great showstopper that we're gonna share with you. And here it is from Aftermaster. It's a Pro Television audio remastering device. What we have right here, something that I own in my home, my parents own in their home, my neighbors own it. I love it, because what this does, it takes your audio, and what it does is elevates that dialogue so that you can hear the dialogue. It raises the sound, it clarifies the audio, because a lot of times we're listening to TV, you can't hear what they're saying because the background noise is so much. Price break today, $159.95, 5 flex payments, free shipping and handling. We have not aired this since September, and I'm so glad we have this back. We welcome in Bradley Davis, who is going to bring this to us. Hi, Bradley.
Hello, it's so good to be back. Yeah, we've had such great demand. I think you and your family took all the inventory, it sounds like.
I have one in my house. I'm saving it as a gift because I know somebody else is going to want this thing. I use mine as a sound enhancer, but then the dialogue makes such a difference with the clarity.
You're right, you live with it, so you know, but we haven't been back for a few months. We were dying to get back here because HSN's been so good to us, the audience at home. And now we have inventory, and we can't wait to give it to people at home. Before we go into the detail, like you talked about, I want to go right to demo, because you're going to hear how it sounds at home. Then we'll talk about it, so let's roll demo.
Eleonora, I want you to meet her. I know you will love her just as much as I do. Will you be at the wedding?
What would the kingdom think if I weren't?
That's right. You need to think of the kingdom. These are your people.
They're not my people, they're hers. The peasant you brought into this house.
You will respect her. She will be your queen.
You have these beautiful flat screen TVs. This is why we went flat, right? Save space, smaller, thinner, they're 4K, they're curved. To get there, we've had to completely sacrifice the audio. So what we did is we said, you know what, no more sound bars, no more 8 speakers, all these wires and other remote. We think you should leverage the TV speakers that you already have in here. Let's use them. Let's use them with Aftermaster Pro. We're right here. HDMI in, this is how simple it is to set up, okay? So you plug in. That is it. This is not another sound bar. It's not another remote. It is plug and it is play. We wanted to make this as easy as possible, and every single time, fuller, deeper, louder, and clearer dialogue. When you're at home and you're going to sleep at night, you don't want to wake the baby, you don't want to wake somebody next to you, but you want to hear what's going on. Right now, so many of our customers were using closed caption when they were going to sleep. They can't hear what they're saying, they turn it up, they wake somebody up. This levels everything completely. What's your experience at home with your family?
It's been incredible, because my dad was having such a problem hearing what they were saying. So what does he do? He cranks the audio. So the volume is so loud. I mean, literally, we couldn't talk to each other.
Exactly.
And that's why I invested in it, because I gave it to him for Christmas. And at first, he's like, no. Now, he will not listen to anything without it. It just takes the sound, it takes the dialogue and elevates and kind of separates the dialogue so that you can actually hear what they're saying without having to crank it super loud. Because when you crank it super loud, the problem is you're cranking everything super loud. So it doesn't really help you understand what they're saying.
This is a proprietary technology that our team has developed, and I want to spend a little time just talking about who we are. We come from the music industry. We've worked on some of the biggest albums in music history. So our guys know what sounds right. We wanted to apply that to television audio. It was driving us crazy. We all watch TV, we watch movies at home. We couldn't understand what anybody was saying. So we took our expert ears, applied it to television and film, and said, you know what, let's fix this once and for all. We did. We packaged it in Aftermaster Pro. Now I want to be clear, this is not a speaker. It's not a sound bar. So you're not going to take something out that's bulky, screw it onto a wall, have all these wires or remotes. This is it. So you can hide it behind your television, never touch it again. It is an easy button. Once it's plugged in, there's no setup menu, there is no remote. It's just fuller, deeper, louder, and substantially clearer audio every single time. Let's go to demo again and hear that difference for everybody at home, and then we'll continue to talk about it.
I love this chair.
This is a throne, Eleonora. It's not just any chair.
I love this throne.
Well, someday it'll be your throne. This old castle will be yours.
When I'm the queen?
Yes, my child. When you are queen. It's an important job, though. You have to look after the whole kingdom. You watch after our people?
Yes, I will. I promise.
Good girl.
This is so amazing. I wish you would just try it. Just get it home and try it. This is the first time we've had it back, I think, since September. Yeah. It took us forever to get it back, but we've got it back. We have 1,100 of these to go around. Get it home and listen to it. Like he said, it is so simple. Like Bradley said, you just plug it in and the installation is almost non-existent. If you can plug in a toaster, you can do this. And once you listen to it, I think you're gonna understand, because it's very hard for us to kind of demonstrate it right now. You need to listen to it with your own ears, in your own home, in your own environment, with your own TV. And then you're gonna understand why this has become one of our top sellers, because we have trouble listening to the TV and understanding what they're saying. saying. They have just put the way that they've taken sound, and I don't know much about it. You know a lot more about it than I do. But it's like they compressed everything together, so you hear all of these things at the same level, and you can't understand what they're talking about.
You're right, and we just love to enjoy audio at home with TV and film the way everybody else does. So you look at the scale, the size of this. This is what you're buying. This is not, like I said, a giant speaker or soundbar.
It's like the size of a little wallet.
Totally. So you can hide it behind and never see it. It's a simple and easy to hook up. But who's had this problem at home? You crank up the volume to hear dialogue because you're watching American Idol or Game of Thrones or the game at home, and you can't hear what they're saying, so you turn it up, and then a car chase, a commercial, an explosion comes in, and you're blown out of the room. Somebody's yelling at you. Somebody can't hear what they're saying. You know, everybody kind of has this, we call it this volume number at home. You know the sleep number? Everybody's got their comfortable sleep number.
Right.
We have a volume number. So at home, before Aftermaster with my TV, this works with any brand, any size. For me at home personally, I was ranging between 21 and 38, depending on what the programming was. Now, I'm at about 28 and I don't touch it. So you never have to reach for the remote again. You never have to fight with volume, up and down, up and down. Once this is plugged in, this is an easy button. You'll never touch it again. Your volume will always be at a comfortable level. That's Aftermaster Pro.
So actually, how does this work? I mean, what do I really have to do to it? So I get it out of the box, all right? And this is what's going to be included for me.
We give you everything you need. So you have this. I'm going to do this one more time for everybody at home.
Okay.
This is how you set it up. It is plug in here. This is going to go to your source. That could be your set-top box from your cable company, your Apple TV. Then it's just out.
Or it can go right into my TV, right?
And then right out, then it's going to go the other side.
So does it go
right
into
the
an
television.
audio out? What? No.
Just HDMI. HDMI is standard. So we're not giving you all sorts of setup menus and wires. This is all you need, okay? Very simple. We wanted everybody at home to be able to take it, like you said, like a toaster, take it out of the box, plug it in, hook it up to the television. We're going to use the speakers that you bought with this TV. You buy these beautiful televisions, and then they prompt you to buy another soundbar for hundreds of dollars, a speaker system and surround sound for thousands of dollars. We don't believe that. We believe we can get great audio with our proprietary technology in Aftermaster Pro, make it work with your existing speakers. You know, to get such a thin, beautiful picture, those speakers have gotten so small.
I know.
This is why you can't hear. I think people at home, you know, the hard of hearing, the elderly demographic, they think, man, my hearing is going, I can't hear anything on television. It's not you. It's the television. Because they've gotten so thin.
I just want to say, on behalf of everybody who's been to one too many rock concerts, thank you. I think it is me.
No, it's not. It really, it's the TV.
Is it the way well, I think it's the way they mix the sound, too. They mix everything at this one level, so,
You're
you
right.
know, the dialogue.
A lot of it is the mix of the content that's out there. But so much of it, too, is you're coming from a television. Remember the big, bulky television?
Sure.
And you had the giant speaker system on the bottom. So as bulky and chunky as those were, the audio was actually a little bit better because you had more room for speakers. With TVs today, everybody wants it as paper thin as possible, which is great. The visual is beautiful. To get there, we've had to sacrifice so much, including the audio. So the speakers now have shrunk down so tiny to fit in these flat screen TVs. That's why you can't hear anything at home, especially dialogue. Not anymore. Aftermaster Pro fixes that with your existing speakers. I want to go to demo again for folks at home to hear the difference. If we can do that, and then we'll talk about it again.
Won't you come and join us?
I have somewhere to be.
Please. Eleonora, I want you to meet her. I know you will love her just as much as I do. Will you be at the wedding?
What would the kingdom think if I worked?
That's right. You need to think of the kingdom. These are your people.
You hear the dialogue?
Not my people, they're hers. The
Back to
peasant you
original. Now
brought
there's going to
into
be a
this
gong
house.
here in a second.
You will respect her.
Back to those birds come in. Like you said, once you have this at home, you will never live without it. I have one in my bedroom and I have one in my family room. And like I said, I have a volume number now. We all have a sleep number. My volume number is 25 in my living room and about 8 in my bedroom because it's a smaller space. When you get home and you understand your television's number of what that's gonna be, right now it's a wide range. So you're jumping all over the place. You're going really, really high to hear dialogue. And then a car chase commercial explosion comes in and you gotta scramble for that remote, turn it all the way down because you just blew everybody out of the living room.
Exactly.
Okay, and then inevitably, in seconds to minutes later, you're back looking for the remote because you can't hear what they're saying. You will never have to touch the volume remote again once you have this plugged in. It is an easy button. Fuller, deeper, louder, substantially clearer every single time.
And this is an award-winning product. I mean, this is something that has received many accolades.
Yeah, we're really proud. So as I mentioned, our team comes from the music industry. We've worked on some of the biggest albums in the world. I'm really proud to say that our team has mixed, mastered, and engineered more hit records than any audio company in the world. So I only say that because we took those expert ears and we applied it to Aftermaster Pro for television audio. So imagine at home, you have all of our expert engineers from the music industry tuning your television. That's how we feel about it, is that our guys that developed this are working with every television that works with Aftermaster Pro to make that audio how they think it should sound. And to your point, we've been, really honored to be awarded by CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, for breakthroughs in the technology and the product. We're so proud of that.
Mm-hmm. As you should be, but most important, the award comes from us, okay? When we get it home and we try a product and it makes it better for us to be able to hear so we don't have to crank that volume up so everybody else is blown out of the room. It is too, I went to my parents' house. My poor little dog is sitting there. I thought, oh my gosh, it must be overwhelming for a dog's ears to hear the volume.
Because they hear better than we do.
Exactly. And now you don't even have to do that. The level of the dialogue, you just hear everything in a more clarified way. That's what's different about this. And it is not a soundbar. It is the size of a wallet. It is so remarkable the way that this technology has been built. It is teeny, teeny, tiny. The installation, because some of those other things, if you bought a soundbar, trying to figure out how to install the soundbar was a whole other thing.
That's what we didn't want. We didn't want people to have to undo a box, take it out of the box, screw in holes in the wall, anchor it below your TV on the wall, make all sorts of holes to get it up there. This will be set up in less than 60 seconds. I mean, you take it out of the box, like I said, you plug it in, this is it, and you're off and running.
Right.
Your audio is instantly fixed. There is no another remote. There's not another setup menu. It is an easy button. You'll never have to touch it again. I promise you, if you've ever had a moment at home where you can't hear dialogue, you struggle to hear what they're saying, and you crank it up and you crank it down, this is the perfect product for you. I promise you, you will love this.
Since September, it took us, and we could only we could only bring a very, very limited quantity in. If you want to try it today, get it home and just plug it in. If it doesn't work, send it back. I just want you to hear it, because once you hear it, I think you're going to understand that once you understand what they're saying, you can never go back. You will never go back to a traditional audio sound on your TV. You just can't do it.
Thank you for being a supporter of our product at home, you and your family.
I love it. I love it for so many different reasons, but I hope you'll try this. Bradley, thank you so much for bringing us such an important product. We spent, what, thousands of dollars on our TVs?
Too much money on all the audio.
And I can't hear it. I just want to hear what they're saying.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, listen, some of the other hot items that we have available on hsn.com. For example, this is our Lorac 8-piece lip gloss set that we have available, and this one is at a monthly special price of $36, and we're going to ship this to you absolutely free as well. 3 flex payments of $12. Beautiful shades. Get ready for springtime, because it's going to be such fun to have your new spring fashions and be able to brighten it up with some really pretty lip gloss as well. So those are some of the hot items we have. You can check out the rest of them as well whenever you have a chance to shop on hsn.com. But if you own a computer, don't go anywhere right now, because we have the Fix Me Stick. And if you have not seen or heard of a Fix Me Stick, then you need to, because this is very important for your computer. Whether it's a laptop, whether it's a regular PC, this is going to not just quarantine your viruses. So many of those antivirus things, they quarantine it, they capture the little virus, but they just hold it prisoner there. What you're gonna do is you're gonna eliminate it. You're gonna poof, make it vanish. That's what Fix Me Stick does. We're gonna give you a 2-pack today. So not only are you gonna get 2 of these, you're going to have the opportunity to remove those viruses from 4 different computers for the lifetime of your computer. And you're gonna do it on a price break of $69.95 for flex payments and free shipping and handling. I wanna get right to Joe Harrison, because Joe Harrison holds a degree in computer science. So he really gets it when it comes to the computers. But what's interesting about the Fix Me Stick is the fact that this is not about just taking a virus prisoner, it's about eliminating it and helping your computer run even faster and keeping it safer, because how many viruses a day are there that are...
Every day, 400,000 new viruses.
400,000 new viruses, new ones.
When I went to college, when I went to study computer programming, it takes about 5 minutes to make a virus. It is crazy how fast, how easy it is. That's why every single day, 400,000 new viruses come out. What we know of, there are about 500 million known viruses, and viruses aren't good. They're designed to slow down your computer, designed to steal your identity, designed to steal your social and your credit card, all that bad stuff. So what happens is, our computer starts to download stuff in the background without us even knowing it. Every single time you're on the internet, checking an email, checking a website, getting on Facebook, you're downloading viruses, Trojans, and malware, and these rootkits in the background, and it's slowing down your computer. It's not very long that that new computer starts to feel like the old computer you just replaced. So what happens is, a lot of us, we run our antivirus program. We've been trained to do that, and for the last 30, 40 years, it's been great. But what happens is, viruses are now getting smarter. Because when I was programming viruses 10 years ago, it was really easy for an antivirus to catch it. But now viruses are designed to sneak past your antivirus. They're actually entering your computer as dormant files, and they're waiting for you to click on a program, they're waiting for you to open up a file, they're waiting for you to go to a certain website, and that's when they attack your computer. Because when you run your antivirus, it only scans the active files, which are about 10 to 15% of your computer's files. That's all you're scanning, just a small fraction of your hard drive. But the thing is, when you run Fix Me Stick, it's gonna take that sick computer, and it's gonna make it a fast, fresh, brand new computer, because it doesn't just scan 10%. It is the only product of its kind that scans 100% of the files. There's nothing else like it on the market. So not only is it gonna scan those active files, but when you plug in Fix Me Stick, it's gonna find all those dormant, all those inactive, all those sleeping viruses that are waiting to attack your computer. And that's what the great thing is. It's gonna find the inactive and the active one. It's gonna scan 100%. And this is the great thing about Fix Me Stick. As soon as you run this scan, it becomes a deep clean for you. Think of your antivirus like brushing your teeth. You do that a couple times a day. Well, when you run Fix Me Stick, it's like that deep clean when you go to the dentist. But you don't have to have that painful bill from the dentist. There's no fees for this whatsoever. Anywhere else you shop for Fix Me Stick, you're limited to a year's worth of use. Only here at HSN, it is a lifetime of use. So whenever that computer's running slow to you, this is all you need to do. It comes on its own little USB stick. You just take the cap off, and I'll flip it over. That is the entire instruction manual right there. There's nothing else you have to do other than insert it into your computer, double-click Run Fix Me Stick, and that is it. And as soon as you start plugging that into your computer, it starts acting like a vacuum cleaner, and it takes every file out of your computer and scans it. Now, if it's dirty, what it does is it'll trap it right there on the stick. Like Alice mentioned, when you have your antivirus, it quarantines it or traps it on your hard drive. This will actually remove those quarantine viruses and keep it right there on the stick. And this process is all automatic. You might be concerned thinking, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. As soon as you double-click Run Fix Me Stick, it's going to automatically check to make sure you're online. Now, step 2, 3, and 4, this is when it shows you the power of HSN. Because everyone else is paying $59 for one computer for 1 year to get the updates. You're getting a lifetime of updates only here at HSN. Now, this is when we start to scan. Now, that red bar, that represents your hard drive. Now, remember earlier I told you your antivirus, it only scans about 10 to 15%? Well, that's about as much as I'm scanning right now. I've been scanning now for 15 minutes. But Fix Me Stick won't stop until it gets all the way down to the end, where in this case, all 230,000 files have been scanned, have been deep cleaned, and then Alice, as soon as you turn that computer on, that first time after running Fix Me Stick, it's faster, it's fresh, it's like it's brand new right out of the box, and all you did was run Fix Me Stick.
It's kind of like after you've been sick and then you feel better,
yeah.
Then aren't you gonna run better? I mean, that's exactly what's gonna happen. happen here. I mean, this is just one of those great opportunities, great values that we bring you here at HSN. Because if you can go and shop for this. If you'd like to, if you want to double check us, absolutely, we encourage you to do that. Make sure that we've got the best value like we say we do. Because what you're going to find, one license, 59 something, okay, for 1 year. And then you have to keep renewing it over and over. It's the only place that you're going to be able to keep this running year after year. As long as you have that computer or one of four computers, this is going to work on 4 different computers. As long as you have that, then you're going to be able to use this to capture those viruses. 400,000, is that what you said?
Every single day.
Every day? I mean, how can you not invest in virus protection? You just simply can't. You have to do it. I mean, there's no question about that. It's the choice you make. Do you want to just capture the virus and hold it prisoner, or do you want to eliminate it? And eliminate it anytime you want to. If you start to have a problem, just simply hit it, run it, okay? Just run it again, as many times as you want. You can't, it's not like, well, you can only run it like once a week and that's it.
Right.
Run it every day if you feel like it. I mean, some of us are a little obsessive, you know?
Sure, you would keep it clean.
I'm fine with it. Why not? If you've got the time, run it, because all you do is you click it and then it does it all by itself. All you do is plug it in. You can do this, you need to do this, you should do this, but you should do it from us because it is just simply the best value. You're going to get 2 of these. Each one will work on 2 computers. One can be a laptop. I have a laptop coming up that you have to see to believe, okay? This one is special. It's different than you've ever seen. It will work on that one. It'll work on your personal computer. It'll work on your daughter's computer. It'll work on your son's computer, your husband's computer. It will work on 4 different computers for the lifetime of those computers. The money that you are saving here is one thing, but Joe, the aggravation, the expense of getting rid of a virus, if you get one and you haven't taken care of it, let me tell you what, you will come back and go, why didn't I do that?
You're right. Last year,
solution.
2017 was one of the worst year for viruses because there's a new trend, something called keyloggers. And what that does is it actually is designed to capture your credit card, captures your social security number, captures the keys that you're typing in. But here's the thing. Your antivirus only scans the active files. Well, keyloggers are inactive files. They only come on when you start typing in your credit card, when you start typing in your social security number. So are you running your antivirus every single time that you're shopping online? None of us are. So what happens is, as soon as you start typing that credit card, that keylogger starts capturing it, and it's right before it turns itself off, it sends it to somebody else. It only takes 4 seconds for your credit card to go from your computer to somebody else around the world who created that virus because it was a keylogger. Now, when you run your antivirus, the antivirus isn't going to catch it because your antivirus only scans the active files. Fix-Me Stick scans every single file that you have. It is a must-have, especially in this day and age. But the reason why we can say for certainty this is going to capture it, what's built inside is a triple scanner. That means every single file is going to be scanned multiple times. Now, this works on PCs and it works on Macs. So it doesn't matter what type of computer you have, you absolutely need to get this because that triple scanner is so unique. What happens is, it'll take every single file that's on there, and it checks it once, and then it checks it again, then it checks it again. It goes through 3 different scans to make sure it is absolutely clear of viruses, of Trojans, of malware, of all that nasty stuff that is causing harm to your computer. Yes, it happens on PCs. Yes, it happens on Macs. And a lot of people think, oh, I've got a Mac, I don't have a virus. Here's the thing that happens. When you're running that triple scanner, start shopping around. You don't have ads that follow you anymore. Because how many times do you go to a shopping website and then all of a sudden you go to another website somewhere else and it shows you an advertisement of that item you were looking on a couple minutes ago. That means you're being tracked, you're being hacked, you have something that's stealing your resources. When you run Fix-Me Stick with that triple scanner, it's going to make sure your computer is clean. And the great thing is this works for pretty much any computer in the last 10 years. Do you have an HP? Do you have a Dell? Do you have a Gateway, an Acer, an Asus? Is it Windows 10? Is it Windows 8? Is it Windows 7? Is it a Mac? Yes, Macs get viruses too. It cleans every computer over the last 10 years, and this is your only other choice. If you have antivirus, yes, that's your first line of defense. But your only other program, if you don't use Fix-Me Stick, is you pick your computer up. You take it to one of the largest electronic retailers here in the United States. They charge you $100 to scan your computer. And they don't say, give us 5 minutes. They say, give us a week and we'll call you back. You're without your computer for a whole week. And if that technician knows how to be able to scan and clean your computer, they also know how to access all your other files, all your personal information that's on your system. This is something you can do at home. Whenever you know that computer's running slow, whenever you realize, oh, it took longer to boot up today, or when I got online, I was getting bombarded with pop-up ads, this is all I need to do. I take the cap off, I plug it into any USB port, and the entire instruction manual is right there on the back. Insert into your computer, double-click, run Fix Me Stick. That's it. We do it every single week in my household. It's my daughter, myself, and my wife and I and the 2 kids. My daughter's the one that actually goes around. We do it every Friday night. And I tell people, run it at night, because it takes a couple of hours. It's a deep clean. This is really going to go through every file. But when we scan it at night, the next morning when you wake up, that computer's fast, it's fresh, it's clean, it's right out of the box. And Alice, I always tell people this. If you don't believe it, when you get this at home, HSN's got an amazing return policy, but run your antivirus right before you run Fix Me Stick for the first time. Clean it as best as you can. And then when you run Fix Me Stick, you'll be amazed how many viruses it finds. Because when you end up running your antivirus program, it finds a long list of viruses. But unfortunately, there's a big button on the bottom that says quarantine. That sounds great, but essentially that's just putting a bubble around those viruses. And guess where that bubble lives? It lives on your hard drive. It's like having somebody rob your house. The police catch him, but he stays in your dining room. So every single time you walk past, he's still there.
There's
so
an analogy.
It's a horrible thing, but that's what happens. And there are viruses that are designed to attack.
Get out of my house.
You want to get out of it, you need to have Fix Me Stick. That's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to do it, and this is the only place where you're going to be able to do that and not pay a fee every single year on every single license. We're giving you 4 licenses. Each one, you're paying basically $17.49 per license for the lifetime that you own that computer. You will never have to spend another dime. And we have sold almost 8,000 already in the last few months of this. We are down to less than 2,000 now, so we're into some of our final quantities on our Fix Me Stick. Don't forget, we have it for Mac. If you want it in the Mac, we only have the silver. If you want it in the Windows, we actually have the red, the purple, and the silver.
Everybody gets the black, and then you get to pick a choice of color for the PC version.
Well, thank you very much. So for $69.95, I mean, invest in something that is so important. The viruses aren't going to get any better. There's not going to be fewer viruses. In fact, there's only going to be more viruses. If you're not being proactive about it, you're going to. Eventually, it's probably a matter more of when rather than if. So why not protect yourself? But protect yourself with something that's so affordable, that's something that makes sense, with something that's easy, and something you can actually see if it's working. I love it when I see measurable results. You are going to see what happens, what it cleans.
Tells you everything.
I know, that's what I love about it. Every time I clean it, it's like, see?
Still on there.
Look what I got.
All right, there you'll end up finding dozens of viruses. I do it every single week. I still find dozens of viruses. In this process, it's all automatic. Step 1, we make sure you're online. Step 2, 3, and 4, it downloads all the latest virus and antivirus definitions, and everybody else in the world is paying $59 for that step. For you, you get a lifetime of use that's only here at HSN. Then step 5, that's when we run the deep clean. This is your hard drive, that red line. We're not just scanning a small portion. Fix Me Stick is the only product to scan 100% of the files to make sure all those viruses, the Trojans, it's all out of there, and it's going to clean up your system.
And you're going to see what it's done. You can see every single time you run it what it is captured. So I think if you get it home, you try it, you know, for 30 days and just see what's on your computer.
You'll be amazed.
Do it. You will be amazed. You'll be disgusted.
Yes,
you'll
you will
be
be.
angry.
You'll be thankful.
You'll be a little bit angry, and then you'll be thankful because you already have this.
Yes.
And we don't always do it with the 4 licenses, and particularly we don't always have the Mac.
That's right. Macs always sells out. Yes, if you have a Mac, you absolutely can get viruses. And the number one way of getting your identity stolen is now through your computer, because those keylogger viruses, this gets rid of all those viruses.
And it does it for the lifetime of your computer. This makes so much sense. $17.49 each. And you get the ability to protect 4 of these. So stay in the ordering process. I know we are very busy with this, guys, but worth waiting for, okay? And so simple.
It's very simple.
Even a child can do it.
Yeah, my daughter's
Like
in
your
middle
child.
school. She does it every Friday night.
Oh, she's a pretty smart cookie.
She's very good. Yeah.
Fabulous, Joe. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Okay, so stay in the ordering process for that. And he was talking about the Fix Me Stick, but also want to also use this in conjunction with your Viper Advanced Lifetime Security. And this is going to work for 6 PCs as well. And you're gonna get your 2 Wi-Fi shields as well. Price break of $69.95, free shipping and handling, and 4 flex payments on that. So might check that out online and see how that works. HSN.com is a great place to shop and find out some more information on everything. But we have something brand new right now that I want to share with you, and I am so excited. I am the one who gets to introduce this to you from HP Pavilion line. We are celebrating HP month here, but never before have we offered you what we're about to offer you. We've actually had it on hsn.com. It's been selling like crazy because what you're looking at, yes, it's an HP. Yes, it's a laptop. Yes, it is a touchscreen laptop. And yes, it has the Core i5 Intel Pentium processor inside of it. 8 gigabytes RAM. Yeah, the specs are all great on this. What's inside is what makes this completely different than anything I've offered you before. It has a solid state drive. And for those of you who just glossed over, so did I, but you need to listen to this. It's very important because it means it has very few moving parts. It also means it boots up in a matter of seconds. It's faster, it is lighter. It is so light, it almost floats. It is extremely quick. And on top of all of that, you're going to get a very HP fast charge on this. It weighs about 4 pounds. Listen to this battery life. Because it's faster, lighter, because it's got that solid state drive. The battery life on this is up to like 10 hours. On a laptop, on a 15-inch laptop, up to 10 hours. It is different. Yes, the price is higher, $799.95. This is one of those, you get what you pay for. This is a very, very different process by which it computes. I'm gonna show you the colors so that Aaron can really help you understand what makes this so different. So the colors are gonna be, there you see it right down on the bottom. We have it available in pink. We have it in the gold. We also have it in silver. Where are you gonna start? Pick, okay. Red, silver, pink, gold, and then we have it in the blue. How about we do it that way?
Gorgeous, huh? Good looking computers.
Brings us our HP laptops, but never before have you brought us anything like this.
No,
because this is not for everybody. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not for everybody. This is for those of you who really want something that is elevated, that is fast, the battery life, crazy.
If you want something that is lighter, if you want something that is faster, if you want something that is more powerful, definitely if you want something that's easier to see, this has a 1080p screen. This is the highest definition screen we've ever done on any computer at HSN, and it is the lightest weight with a Core i5. Do you know this weighs only 4 pounds? When you look at the computer, look how thin that is. It is so thin and so sleek and so powerful. The solid state drive means the computer is much faster to respond. So let me start with a little demonstration. I'm gonna set this down. The computer in the middle here, up and running, ready to go, right? When you turn your computer off and turn your computer on, or when you restart your computer, I'll bet you it takes probably 4 or 5 minutes for most people. If we can, we're gonna put a little clock in at the bottom of our screen right now, and I'm just gonna start this. I'm gonna restart this computer. So I'm gonna go right there, and notice it's all touchscreen. Of course, touchscreen makes all the difference in the world. I'm going to restart the computer. Now, restarting a computer is usually a nightmare. Okay, so we'll pretend like there's a clock counting up right now. Say we're at like 0 right now, right? And I actually have a little internal clock here. So we've got about 5 seconds right now. Usually, again, it's like a 5-minute, process to get your computer up and running again. This is a solid state drive, which it's up and running already, okay? So now all you have to do is put in your password. Let's see if I even know the password. Let's see, it might be this. I mean, literally, that was like 15 seconds. There we go. Oh, yeah, no, it was so quick. I do know what it is. So it takes about 20 seconds or so to go from your computer not being on to your computer restarted, ready to go. And in fact, look, I'll go right down here and I'll even open up hsn.com just by giving it a little touch. We're streaming video, boom, instantly like that. That entire process took less than 40 seconds to turn it off, to put in the wrong password, right? Like we all do, to get it back on, to get it restarted. The reason that's so fast is most computers have a solid drive inside. So, have a disk drive inside. They have moving parts. So when the computer needs information and asks its drive for information, there are mechanical processes that happen. This has what's called a solid state drive. So it's essentially instant. And what it means is it's lighter, it's faster boot up. As you just saw, that boot up was like 30 seconds. Your applications load instantly. Again, it's no moving parts. So, you know, moving parts make things slower. It's a much better battery life, about a 10-hour battery life. Multitasking, you're gonna see in a minute, I have 10 things moving at one time. It's essentially, this says less noise, it's really silent. You know how sometimes you can hear your computer go, that little whirring, right? That's because your computer has moving parts. Your computer also has to have a fan inside because it gets hot, because moving parts cause friction, friction causes heat. This has a much less chance of overheating. In fact, I'm gonna just touch the bottom of this one. Yeah, this one is room temperature right now on the bottom, and it's been on probably for about 8 hours today. You know, we turned these computers on today, we loaded them today, all that kind of stuff. It is room temperature to the touch. Because there's no friction, it creates no heat. So it's lighter, it's more comfortable, it's faster. I mentioned already the multitasking and multi-apps, how multiple apps load beautifully. Look at this. We take one little flick of our finger, because this is Windows 10, so you've got that really nice touch and zoom and flick and all those kind of things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 programs running on the computer at one time, including full 1080p high definition video. Including, look at this. This is a 3D program. It's called Paint 3D. It comes along with Windows 10, which is the latest version of the Windows operating system, which you are getting. Look, when you move and create and edit a 3D program, you see how quick and how beautiful and how smooth that is. All of this, because of many things, because of that solid state drive that we've talked, you know, just a little bit about, which again makes it lighter and makes it faster and keeps it nice and cool to the touch. Also because of the Core i5 that's built in. So this is a computer that has 3 really big names, the biggest names. HP. HP is the biggest computer name in the entire country and the #1 selling brand at HSN. This is Intel, bum, 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 not just Intel. Do you know what the top of the line is? The top of their line processor is called their Core i series. This is the Core i5. This is in fact the processor I personally use at home on my computer. And I also have a solid state drive computer like this with no moving parts. Core i5 means you have a hyper-threaded processor, which runs faster. It takes your processors and lets each of them run in multiple dimensions at one time. It's called hyper-threading. I'll talk more about that in a minute. It's only in the Core family of processors. It has something called turbo boost, so it can tell when it needs more power and it sends more power, as opposed to just blasting out a constant amount of power all the time and killing your battery life, like other computers often do. So these are some really nice updates that are built into Core i5. It is one of the best processors we ever have here. So you put the best processor and you put this wonderful new solid state drive in, and you've got a computer that is a much more responsive beast, that is more on the go with you. One more quick thing, then we'll take a look at the colors again and all that. I want to just sort of point out some of the beauty of the computer, because it is aesthetically, it is a computer unlike one probably you've ever seen. 15-inch screen, super thin, super lightweight, weighs about 4 pounds, has a 10-hour battery life. And a couple of things I want to point out in terms of its design. You notice across the soundbar, this is Bang & Olufsen audio. Alice, you know, of course. We only put Bang & Olufsen audio in the very best of the Pavilion series, the top of the top. Bang & Olufsen is a Scandinavian sound company that makes the best audio in the world. Notice, I think this is so beautiful. Look at the soundbar. See how you can kind of see the red through the soundbar, and that's true on the pink, and that's true on the blue as well. So it's just a little bit elevated in its looks as well as its function. Also, a backlit keyboard. Let me see if I can get a good angle for you guys on the backlight. We might have to take the lights down a little bit for you guys to really see this. But yeah, we'll take the lights down in a minute. We'll get ready to do that now. And you'll see the backlit keyboard. While we're getting ready for that, something else. You've never seen this before because we've never had this before. You notice when you open the computer, watch what happens on this hinge. First of all, the hinge is perfect on the back, right? When you open the computer, do you see how it raises just a little bit? Did you see that? The design is that way so that the computer ventilates better when you have it open and you're working on it. That's another thing that keeps it nice and cool on the bottom, and it gives you a little bit better of an angle to work on as well. Everything is built into this.
Everything is built into this. We're gonna make it affordable for you, because when it comes to truly getting something that's different, that's elevated, this is the one that you need. This is the one, if you have the patience of a flea like I do, you want it to start, it's gonna start. You want it to process quickly, this is gonna process so fast. It's gonna download faster. It's also going to charge that battery faster as well. And then that battery is gonna last up to 10 hours for a 15-inch laptop. That's pretty much unheard of. You get everything included. We also are including some software as well that we're going to give you that you can download. So you've got that high definition touchscreen. It's one of the prettiest displays I personally have ever seen. The Intel Core i5 processor, Windows 10 home operating system, it's in here. It's a touchscreen. This is all day battery life. For those of us who really use our laptops a lot, you want that battery life. If you travel a lot, you're gonna want that 10-hour battery life. I've never, ever said that before about any laptop I think I've offered before. You get that with tablets, you know, because they're smaller. But with a laptop like this, to be able to get up to a 10-hour battery life is phenomenal. We do have colors, we do have flex payment. The flex payment, $133.33. What I wanted to point out is if you want to put it on your HSN card, then we're gonna let you just finance it. And you know what? We have a 9-month VIP financing on this, which means you can take 9 months to pay for this. And if you do, it's about $88 and some change every month. You pay zero, absolutely zero interest on that. So it really makes this an affordable option. I'll go through the colors because we are already very limited. I only have 600 of these to go around, and that is total, okay? So the pink, I have 5 dozen. The red, I have 6 dozen. If you want the blue, I have 100. In the silver, I have about 180, and about the same in the gold. So silver and gold, just about, I have the best quantity in that. But if you want the pink or the red, we're down to just a few dozen. The pink is gorgeous. It is just a very,
Pretty, huh?
very, yeah, almost like a little bit of a metallic pink.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Okay.
But Aaron, why do I want solid state drive? What makes this different for me?
Well, let me start by showing you how much faster. I'd love to show you guys. So we're gonna put a count up clock at the bottom of the screen right now and just start counting. When you restart your computer, right, that is one good way to mark how fast your computer is. Okay, so that count up clock is starting. I'm gonna go right over here and just restart the computer, right? So I'm just gonna go right down here and I'm gonna say, let's restart. Normally, if you restart your computer, you can take your dog for a walk, you can start making lunch, you can do, you can start knocking your chores out because it takes a long time, right? You see at the bottom, the time elapsed right now is about 20 seconds and it's already coming back on. Normally, this is probably, a 3 to 5 minute process. In fact, it's on. So it took, how long did that take? 29 seconds. And then let's see how quick I can log in. Let's see if I can get my login corrected this time. Boom, boom, boom. We are logged in 30 seconds. And then if I want to open up HSN and get video running, the entire process, 40 seconds from turning it off, restarting it, getting your password in, getting video up and running. That's how fast, that's the solid state drive. This is about a better experience. The solid state drive creates a better, faster experience. Your multitasking is out of this world. The next thing that makes the experience of this computer so elevated, this computer is upgraded in every single way. I mean, there is literally not another thing I can think of on any computer that this doesn't have available to it in terms of upgrades. The video is 1080p. So that is the highest of high definition. 1080p is usually computers are 720p. This is the highest quality we've ever done. It's also an in-plane switching screen. So no matter what angle you're looking at the computer, you have a really nice view of the screen. Touchscreen and backlit. So touchscreen, as you can see, touchscreen makes everything better. If you've used a tablet or you've used a smartphone, you know that the touchscreen experience is something that we'd never go back once we've had a touchscreen. Now imagine taking a computer that's probably 5 times faster than the computer you have right now. It's probably 100 times faster than the tablet, and giving that touchscreen capability. It's so much fun. 2 other things. The touch pad at the bottom is 50% bigger than it is on most HP computers. So again, it's all about the ease of use. It's all about having a little bit better, a little bit easier experience. Can we turn the lights down for just a sec? Okay, we're gonna turn the lights down for just a sec. This is another big one, and I'll tell you, many computer companies charge $1,000 for a computer that does what I'm showing you right now, and that has a backlit keyboard. So that backlit keyboard means that, whether it's day, whether it's night, if you're in a room that's well lit or a room that's not, you're able to see the keyboard more easily. So it's another one of those creature comfort things. Look, it really makes all the difference in the world on your computer when you're using it. So thanks, guys. That's great. We can bring the lights back up. 50% larger keypad, backlit keyboard, touchscreen. The battery life on this is about 10 hours. So that means, yes, you have a lighter weight, more beautiful computer, but you have a computer that you're not constantly charging. And when you do charge it, it's one of my favorite things. This has something called HP Fast Charge built in. That means in 45 minutes, this computer can get a 50% charge. So it can be half charged, that's about 5 hours, in 45 minutes. It doesn't have to charge overnight to be ready to go with you the next day.
Which is one of the most frustrating things. I mean, how long does it take you to charge your laptop? And you know, when it goes down, that's exactly, it's probably because you're using it, right?
Right, exactly.
It always goes dead when I'm using it. And now you're gonna be able to charge that in like, what, 45 minutes? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 45 minutes.
45 minutes. It's a phenomenal way for you to upgrade. This, like I said, this is a higher price point than almost everything that we offer in the HP line. It's because it's different. It's because of that solid state. When it has fewer parts, fewer moving parts, it means it has fewer things that are gonna break. It also means it promotes performance. It's gonna charge faster. It's going to stay charged longer, up to 10 hours. I mean, so many of us, if you're traveling, if you're working and you're working on it on your laptop a lot, and it just goes dead constantly, now you're gonna have that extended battery life, unlike anything you've really had in the past. You're gonna have everything about this upgraded. You're gonna have one of the fastest processors that is made by Intel. You're gonna have that boot up that is virtually less than a minute from turning it off to turning it on and having it running and performing. It is different. This is a different level of performance than you've ever had before. That's why you're paying a little bit more for it. It's why we're giving you 9 months if you want to finance it on the HSN card, so you can split up those payments. Get it home, try it, experience it. That's what you need to do. And then I think you're going to understand why. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but for those of you who really want an upgraded experience, who want that really fast charge, who want that extended battery life, who want that responsiveness, this is the one you're going to choose.
I think you make a great point. You can buy a 15-inch computer for $100 less than this, or even $200 less than this. If you decide, I go to my computer every day. I want to love going to it. I go to my computer 5 or 6 times a day. I check just how many times do you check Facebook a day, or how many times do you check your email a day, or look for coupons online, or communicate with friends and we go to our computers all day. So if you want to have a little treat for yourself and go, I want that experience to be just a little better. I want it to be faster. I want my computer to be a little bit lighter. I want the battery life to be longer. I certainly want, you know, none of us are getting any younger. Our eyes aren't getting any better. I want the screen to be a higher quality, to be able to not have a great big computer that I take with me, but to have a better quality screen. You know, there's cheap and there's value. There's an incredible value in this because you have a 1080p screen, for example. You have the highest quality screen we've ever sold on any computer at HSN. I think that's a really big deal in such a portable computer, especially. I'm gonna show you guys the camera, but just before I do, we're gonna hop into my computer in 1 minute, but I want you to see something. This is something, oh, what did I do with them? Here we go. That we've never had before. I just wanna make it available to you. These are called private eyes. Most of us have cameras on all of our different devices, on our smartphones, on our tablets, on our computers, and we're often scared of people hacking into them and being able to, you know, look at us and see what's going on. Well, you get 10 of these little private eyes, and they go right on your device. So I've actually put one on this computer, and when you slide it over there, even if someone did hack into your computer, they couldn't see you. This makes isn't that brilliant? This makes your camera absolutely private, and you get 10 of these. Again, it can go on any computer, any tablet, any smartphone. You don't have to put your little Post-it note over your camera anymore. So just wanted to point that out, something we have new today, and I think they're really cool, and that a lot of us would like. You know, we're all concerned about privacy. My computer is plugged into your television. I want to show you all the things that I have going on right now, including the high-definition video camera. One of the things that HP does beautifully is they put in something called HP True Vision cameras. So again, when you've got a 1080p camera like this, the quality is out of this world. And the biggest thing to me is, yes, so we are up and we are streaming and web browsing and doing all those kind of things, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 programs all running at the same time. I have Netflix up and running. I've got the 3D graphic program, which, by the way, comes along. It's included with your computer. This is Paint 3D. It's built into Windows 10. I have that up and running. I've got weather up and running. I've got Netflix. I've got a movie. I've got all of these things. There's no pausing. There's no waiting on this computer. The ability to multitask is huge. One of the reasons that ability to multitask is so good, and we haven't even mentioned this, we've talked a lot about this solid-state drive, which means no moving parts. It means a faster computer. It means a lighter computer. It means it doesn't get hot. We've talked about the Core i5, which has the turbocharge built into it, which has a hyper-threaded processor, so creating a virtual quad-core system, which is more energy efficient. But we haven't talked about 8 gigabytes of RAM. RAM is something that's very overlooked, but so very important on your computer. RAM is what allows you to multitask well and to load web pages more quickly. So how often are you on your computer and you think, daggone it, the internet's slow today? The internet's not slow. Really, it's almost certainly not slow. Your computer is almost certainly slow. And one of the reasons is most people might have 2 or 3 or 4 gigabytes of RAM. This has 100% more than that. This has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's the most RAM we've done on a computer that has the full 1080p screen, which is a big deal. So what it means is when you multitask, even if you open video, even if you're running antivirus like Viper Advanced, for example, which protects 8 computers for the life of 8 computers. A lot of people pick that up when they get a computer. If you're running antivirus in the background, things that would slow other computers down, because this has so much RAM, Alice, it can multitask, it can get more done more quickly in a better way.
In a better way, and we have it today not only on a price break, but if you want to put that on FlexPay, it means that you can split that up on your credit card. That's all it means. It's very simple for you to be able to pay it over time. And we also have it on your HSN card. We're doing a special offer for your HSN card. So if you haven't signed up for that, you can do it, and then is apply and buy. Start shopping, because now you can split this up over 9 months. Works out to be about $88 and some change per month. And that is with absolutely 0 interest on it, okay? So pick your color. Let me go through the colors again. The pink now getting extremely limited. This actually may not make another presentation in the pink. So here it is in the red. Can we start with the red, please? If we could start with the red, that'd be great. Then we have it over there next to that in the silver. Next to that is the pink. Now, like I said, the pink down to 4 dozen now. And then we also have it in your metallics. We have it in the gold, and we also have it in your silver as well. Brand new today. Nobody else has seen this. Very limited quantities in it. But this is all about, this is truly a whole different animal. This is your solid state drive. This is fewer moving parts. This is a fast charge. This is going to be a very quick, speedy startup. The battery life on this, up to 10 hours. The screen on this is breathtaking. Everything about it is elevated. And then you get the touch screen, and then you get the HP, and then you get the Intel processor. So Aaron, if you're shopping for something that you truly want to be the ultimate experience, if you really spend time on your laptop, this is the one that is not only what you want, it's really the one you have to have.
It's like having a car with a little peppier engine. Whether you're like really into driving or really not, when you press the accelerator, you want your car to move. You know what I mean? It's a similar kind of thing. When you're on Facebook, when you're watching a movie, when you're watching Netflix, when you're downloading an audio file, you want it to be quick. When you restart your computer, take a look over here for a minute. I'm going to show you something. I don't ever restart computers in the middle of my airings because I don't have time usually, you know, because it's going to take 4 minutes for it to restart. And you know, I talk so fast because I'm always pressed for time. I'm going to go right down here and I'm going to go to restart, and you'll see it's going to take about 20 seconds. You see that, you know, we have less than a minute left in the presentation now, and I'm not afraid to restart the computer. I'm going to restart this, and right after I finish this little demonstration, we're going to go through some quick videos on Core i5 and especially HD graphics, the HP HD graphics that are built in here out of this world. So you can see it took about 20-25 seconds for the computer to restart. Now all that's left is for you to put in your password. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Computer's up and running. You want to hop online, I'm going to just go to hsn.com. Again, it doesn't take forever to get to hsn.com. And even when we're talking about loading video, what did that take? About a second or so. You know, essentially, as soon as it was online, it was ready to go. Quick look at this video. So the high definition video that is built in as a result of the Intel processors out of this world. You have turbo boost technology. That's a burst of speed on demand thanks to Core i5 when you need it. Lifelike 3D gaming and movies. That's Intel high definition graphics that allow for that. Rapid start. You saw that. It was, you know, essentially immediate. Within seconds, this computer starts up. Not minutes, not 5 minutes, it's right away. And look at these numbers. 12 times better 3D gaming, 8 times faster high-definition video conversion. And I need to emphasize, high-definition video here means something it doesn't usually mean. It means 1080p video. It means the highest of high-quality video. This is the highest resolution touchscreen we've ever seen in any computer at HSN. And that resolution really makes a difference. You get your computer home, you open it up, you're like, this screen looks like it's made out of crystal or something. It's not heavy like crystal. It only weighs 4 pounds, but the resolution on it is absolutely beautiful.
Only weighs about 4 pounds, and then you have the fast charge on top of that.
Yeah, on the battery.
Right, so that battery life is going to last you a really long time, up to 10 hours.
Up to 10 hours.
But then when you go to charge it, then it's going to charge.
Charge 50% in 45 minutes.
50%
That's quick.
in
That's
45
really quick.
minutes.
5 hours of charge in 45 minutes.
For a 15-inch laptop, absolutely an incredible, truly an incredible experience. For those of us who really spend a lot of time on a laptop, you want the top performance, you're looking at it with the touch screen, with the biggest names in technology, and then to protect that, you're going to want that Viper, because Viper, very important.
Yeah, so Viper protects 6 computers for the life of 6 computers. You only pay for it once, but you plug it into your computer, let it load, your computer's protected forever. It renews its protection every single day. Viper is a US-based product. It has a lifetime of US-based support. We send it on 2 USB sticks. Each stick protects 3 computers for the life of those computers.
So again, we have the red, silver, the pink now is basically in last call. We have the silver, and then we have the gold available for you. Just a whole truly elevated experience for you. I think you're going to love it when you get home. Thank you, Aaron, so much.
Thanks for having me. That was fun. Fun to have a new computer.
Absolutely. Listen, stay tuned, because Marlo is coming up next with Serious Skincare. I'll see you back here in about a week.
Serious Skincare Woman is every woman. We have something for everyone. Confidence comes from the inside, but sometimes we need some help on the outside, and that's what we're all about at Serious Skincare, is making you feel beautiful on the outside.